enjoy our hospitality as we engage together in a candid discussion about our commitment to gender equity and inclusion in delivery of quality health services in this country. As you begin, I urge all men, including myself, to take a back seat but enjoy observer status to support your deliberations in this particular forum. The theme of our roundtable this morning is conquering the summit, breaking the biases through impact leadership and healthy equity. It is inspired by the advances that women have achieved in a predominantly male-dominated society. We are here to join the rest of the world in celebrating the Women's History Month that is observed annually during the month of March. Building of an International Women's Day that is celebrated annually on March 8 to recognize the culture, political, social, and economic achievements of women. We seek to recognize women's achievements in advancing healthcare in Kenya and address ourselves to finding solutions to the challenges women in advancing gender equity and inclusivity in the healthcare industry. Breaking the biases in the Nairobi Hostel. Being the host of this particular function, I am obliged to demonstrate how we are breaking biases and promoting gender equity and inclusiveness. The Nairobi Hostel is a leading multi-specialty healthcare facility in East and Central Africa. Our journey started 67 years ago. We are advanced diagnostic, treatment, and a liver center with a clientele not just from the region, but also from as far as Middle East, Europe, and Europe. Our strategy is to build a sustainable healthcare facility and a brand of choice, offering competitive and affordable healthcare services to all our clientele. As we position ourselves in this competitive industry, you could be delighted to know that women are the key drivers of the performance of our core business centers. Women are a part and a parcel of our decision-making process and operations across our structure of our establishment. Our staff level, female staff account for 67.3% of our staff establishment of 1,887 as at the end of March, which is today. This is a significant improvement, just 3 months, considering that we were at 63.4% in December last year. Men are just 32%, down from 36.6 in December, just as sufficient for us to meet the constitutional gender parity threshold. Nursing staff, majority of them women, account for 48% of the total staff establishment. In the past 2 years, we employed more nurses who helped us to manage the demand for quality nursing services to our COVID-19 patients. Whereas we are an all-hand in delivery of quality health care services, our staff are fairly young. Their average age is 36 years, and they have worked with us for an average of 7.6 years. We are offering exceptional livelihood opportunities to our young women, most of them trained at our College of Health Sciences. At the management level, in the past year, we have engaged more women in the middle level and the senior management positions. Women now makes up 42.9% of our senior management. They include the principal of College of Sciences and her deputy, the director of nursing services, the head of risk and compliance, the head of human resource, the facility administrator, the outpatient center coordinator, and others in the middle management clinical position includes the leading nephrologist, chief pharmacist, critical care specialist, and a leading oncologist. These women contribute their knowledge and experience to the critical decision-making process that is driving our change process. As members who have joined us me this morning. For the last few years, as you are aware, we have been going under turbulent positions, and these women have played a key role in stabilizing this institution. On governance level, we have 5 women on our board of management and 3 on our board of trustees, elected by members of the Kenya Oslo Association. We are purposefully conscious of championing the values of equity and inclusion at all structure of our institutions. Our commitment is to have women play their rightful role in the journey of transforming this institution into a sustainable, futuristic healthcare institution. I urge all the public, private, and non-for-profit organizations to embrace these values to enable us to harness the power of women in driving change that will benefit our society and our people. Our defining moment, conquering the summit, requires practical preparation, determination, endurance, and teamwork. These are the enablers of our will to reach that summit. Our defining moment is here to use our influence, especially you women leaders who are here, to explore our gender equity and inclusion that can better be reflected in our service to our patients and our healthcare institutions. As leaders in healthcare, we have an obligation to embrace and promote diversity with equity and inclusion in management, research, education, and learning. Let us motivate. We must be open to learning and build talent pools. Let us motivate our people, spur innovation through research, and ensure our teams are healthy and positively tuned to the journey with us on the strategic vision of your organizations. We must also strive to bridge the gap in pay, because there has been a pay disparity, especially when we are enumerating our people. There's been a big gap, especially when you are enumerating our professionals, especially, but this is a gap which has now been closed, and I think most of the institutions in this country are playing a very fair game where we don't discriminate our women leaders, whereby people are appointed on merit and enumerated fairly to the level of the men previously, which has been showing some discrimination. So we observe work-life balance and enable access and opportunity to healthcare programs for our people. Previously, we have been seeing that there has been disparity. There is no equal chances or health facilities or health services extended to our women. But this gap has now closed. Everybody nowadays is treated equally. The proposal emerging from your deliberation should help us today to define a critical action on how to build a greater future together for our people to enjoy a shared prosperity in healthcare. We look forward to hosting you again to continue on this important journey of defining a rich, sustainable future for all humanity. As I said earlier, this is a journey we started for the last 15 months, and I've been getting views, especially how to navigate this important critical facility in this region. And one of the ways personally I've taken is to get the stakeholders' views and get ideas how best we can drive these institutions and maintain the brand of the university. One of the key areas we have tried as management, one, we had the challenges of filling our key positions within the institutions. And the members of staff I've introduced to you this morning, all of them are new faces. From all as 1 week to about 6 months. We started this journey by engaging the stakeholders, especially to ensure that we are having a collaborative and partnership in carrying out our business. And one of the areas which we focused was to get into our position the insurance companies, which we have to engage. They are the people who actually are admitting patients to these institutions. We moved from that area, then we entered into the manufacturing of pharmaceutical products, because those are the main areas where we are spending a budget of about 3.5 to 4 billion per year. That's not a mean, so we have to engage them. Then we came now to engage the fourth estate, because in the previous years you have been seeing the Nairobi Hospital brand being on the newspapers every day, every week, every month. I think that's now history. And what is being now reported here is a journey which we have requested them. Let us work, this is our country, this is our institution. Let us work together to ensure that we are having balanced news going to our people. The third is the turnaround time. I think that is the pain point within our institutions, which we are focusing on seriously. Our stakeholders, especially the patients, when they are coming in, it takes long for them to be given services. We have also engaged with the biggest stakeholders, which is again the insurance companies, with our subcommittee from the Medical Advisory Committee, led by our able Vice Chair, Madam Kabutu. We have also engaged them so that we create a package whereby once you come to the admission office, you are not going to go through the processes of getting approval from every section. So once you come in, you are admitted and the services are in one package. This is one of the areas which we are trying to streamline. The other areas which we are trying is to modernize our facility. This is one of the institutions which is right now, and I am standing here very proudly telling this audience that we have key specialists in every field right now. You start from pathology, pharmacy, radiology, and critical care, and other specialist areas which I have already mentioned. Right now, we are very stable, and all these key appointments have been made. So, that is why I've called you here as women leaders. I want ideas from you. I want suggestions from you. How do we maintain this brand, the Nairobi Hospital? With that few remarks, I say thank you for coming, and God bless you all. Thank you. I take this now opportunity, and it is my pleasure to invite our key speaker this morning, Dr. Margaret Mwangangi, who is the Chief Administrative Secretary in the Ministry of Health. Dr. Mwangangi, karibu.
The CEO has baptized me Margaret Mwangangi. I know I look like another Margaret. I wouldn't mind being that Margaret, if you know the one that I'm talking about. I've been told we're looking the same these days since I changed my hair. Good morning to all of you. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today to join you as we continue to celebrate International Women's Day, and now I say International Women's Month. And I'd like to extend my appreciation to the CEO for seeing it fit 2-3 weeks after the event to still host women and to still, bring us together by form of caucus to be able to, one, celebrate what we do as women, but to also share suggestions on how we can continue building the brand of being a woman, but the brand of Nairobi Hospital as well. There's a lot I could I could share with you, and as you can see, I don't have a written speech, because usually when I'm discussing something that I'm quite passionate about, I try to do it off the cuff, from the heart. I think Dr. Njenga knows this. We've been with her in different forums, sometimes where we throw away the yellow paper and we just talk. This year, International Women's Day had a good theme. The theme was breaking the bias. And I was fortunate to engage in different events where we were discussing breaking the bias when it comes to women and their participation in society. As I stand before you here, 35 years old, young, I can tell you I have faced